Hi guys, it's Bambi here of the Bambi Lifestyle, and welcome to my channel where we focus on beauty, lifestyle, and everyday living. And at the end of the video, you guys can tell me what I'm giving. So today we're going to make a closure wig. I have my dome head here, my mannequin head, my dome cap, my T-pins, my mannequin stand already set up. I have sewing thread. I have some needles, combs, a small scissors that I like to cut the lace with, some tweezers, clips. I like to use Nairobi Mousse, a spray bottle filled with water, and some regular scissors. And then we have the hair from my collection, my gold collection. This is straight 26-inch. This is a cheap, affordable hair extension line that I came up with. I also have 22 and 24 straight that I'm working with, so I'm working with 3 bundles for today. And I also have a 5x5 transparent 18-inch closure. I love these closures. They blend with any skin tone, as you guys can see I'm showing you here. You can be light skin, dark skin, it doesn't matter. I have not customized the closure yet. As you can see, the knots are still there. But I will customize it off camera, and I'll be uploading a customization video for you guys to show you guys how I bleach the knots as well soon. But if you do want to buy the hair, you can follow the link to my website in the description box below. Okay guys, so let's get started. I'm clipping the closure onto the dome cap, making sure it's symmetrical on both sides. You want to line it up with the lines to make sure that it is in the middle, and then you want to clip it in the back. Then I'm going to actually clip the hair up out of the way. And again, I haven't customized the closure yet. So then I'm going to use a metallic silver pen, Sharpie, and I'm going to trace and outline where the closure is going to be sewn. I do this step, guys, just basically so while I'm sewing on the tracks to the back, I can customize, so I can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, so I'm just about finished. You want to put 2 T-pins and stretch the back of the dome cap out so that it can fit any head shape. This step is imperative to making sure that your unit or wig can fit all head shapes. Then I'm going to use the same Sharpie metallic pen, and I'm going to draw the lines on the cap. These lines represent where I'm going to sew the tracks. I don't normally do this. I'm doing this for the sake of this video. I can eyeball it because I know where I'm sewing. I've been doing this for so long so that I never really get lost. But for a beginner, for someone who's just starting out, this step is very important. That way you won't lose your way. That way you'll know where you're going. I think it's a good way to be neat and to have a flat wig or unit. And you just want to make sure that you're bringing the lines all the way to the edge of the cap, or the tracks as well, to the edge of the cap. You don't want to place the tracks before the line. I've seen some people do that, and you're going to mess up the unit if you do it that way. So just make sure you're bringing the tracks all the way up to the edge of the dome cap. Okay guys, so we're going to begin to sew the tracks onto the dome cap. I am again customizing the closure off camera. So in the meantime, to save time, I like to start sewing the tracks onto the dome cap while I'm waiting for the closure to customize. I'm sorry, the knots to bleach on the closure. That was the wrong terminology, guys. So when I begin sewing my tracks onto my dome cap, I do not double my tracks. I just feel like When you do that, it becomes more bulky. It doesn't look as natural. It's not a flat wig or unit at that point. That's just me. Some people, have their art mastered, but for me and how I do my wigs, I prefer to single the tracks. I just feel like it looks better. I'm showing you guys right now how I sew my track. So I go underneath the track, I go through the cap underneath the track, and then I go through the loop. If you guys can see that there, see, and I pull it through. That serves as a knot. I'm doing it again. I go through the cap underneath the track and through the loop. That is how I sew. Keep in mind when making your wig to be consistent on the spacing on the spacing of where you're sewing. So if you're sewing a half an inch apart, keep that consistency all the way through. Do not change it, because what's going to happen is you're going to get gaps. You're going to find that there are spaces where the weft is it's like a gap in the weft. So just be consistent on how you're sewing. So I'm showing you guys the after effects of the customization of not the customization, but the bleaching of the knots that I just did. And it came out pretty good. So yeah, guys, I'm just sewing, and I'm going to just continue to sew and follow the lines. Okay guys, so at this point I have about 5 or 6 tracks that I've sewn in. I just want to show you guys how flat it is with me not doubling the track and singling the track, as well as being consistent on where I'm sewing, keeping, if I'm doing a half an inch, keeping it a half an inch apart, and just being consistent. And that's basically what it gets you, a really flat wig. So you guys, this is one bundle. At this point I'm done with one bundle, and I'm showing you guys how flat it is. The hair is really pretty, and it's really cheap, and it's really affordable, guys. Again, the link is in my description box. It's really, really good hair. I'm going on now to sewing the second bundle. Okay guys, so I'm just about finished to the point that I've reached where the closure outline is, and look how flat it is, guys. I have literally almost 3 bundles in there at this point. So now I'm going to sew the closure on, but first I have to line it up, and I'm going to stick the 2 T-pins on the side, the same as I did when I was outlining it. So you just want to line it up with the outline, line the closure up with the outline, and then begin to sew it on. So sewing on the closure, you're going to actually start at the front and work your way around halfway. And you guys will see what I mean when I say halfway. And then you're going to stop and do the same thing to the other side. Start from the front and work your way around halfway. You'll see what I mean. Okay guys, so I'm done sewing one side of the closure halfway, and this is what I mean. You want to sew one side all the way around halfway, and then you want to sew the other side around halfway. This creates tension and gives you a flatter look, and it will make the closure appear flatter. Okay guys, so I'm going to sew the remainder of the 3rd bundle onto the dome cap. Keep in mind, do not sew a track onto the closure, just in case you have to replace the closure once it gets old. Okay, so I'm done. I'm going to cut the remainder of the cap off. It should look like this, and then the wig should look like this. So now I'm going to show you guys how I customize the hairline. I'm not going to go into details too much on what I do in this video, but I will be uploading a video on how I bleach the knots and customize the hairlines for my closures and my frontals. But you see, I just used the spray bottle to spray down the closure first. You want to make sure that you use a spray bottle or you wet your closure or your frontal before working with it, because you will be forever trying to tweeze or customize the hairline dry. Okay, so after I'm tweezing, you guys can see the one side versus the other side. Look at the difference after tweezing. So now I'm going to apply the Nairobi Mousse. It allows for the closure to lay flatter. It also allows for me to see where I'm going with the headline. Now look at the difference, guys, versus the other side. Customizing really matters. Okay, so now I'm just going to work on the other side and tweeze it and mold it down and see the difference. It looks better now, or looks good to me. So now I'm going to start to cut the baby hairs. My client that I'm making this wig for, she wants really, really light baby hairs. So I'm not going to do a lot. If you guys want to see a video on how I create my baby hairs, let me know. So I'm basically done. The only thing left for me to do is to hot comb the wig down to make it flatter at the top, and as well as straighten, press the hair out, silk press the hair out. But I'm done basically. And after this, you guys will see the after, a video of me with the wig on. Okay, guys, so what am I giving? Let me know in the comment section what I'm giving. I thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you guys. See you soon.